Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Stable. If you didn't see, earlier this week I made a video talking about all of my 267 horses. I think it's 267. I forgot to mention, but I didn't make that video to like show off or brag or anything. It's purely because people asked me for it, and making a video like that is honestly also a really good way of reminding me of all of my horses' nicknames, because it's not easy when you give almost every single horse a nickname which is different to the Yorvik name. Like, who allowed me to do that? Anyways, with 267 horses, I was on an Abigail Pinehaven stream recently and someone asked her if she could recreate some YouTubers like popular horses in a game like Rival Stars Horse Racing. And she was like, I'm not too sure if like YouTubers have iconic horses. And I feel like maybe to the outside world, I might not appear to have iconic horses, but I feel like I have very strong personal connections with some of my horses. That's not saying that I'm like, obviously I'm super grateful to be able to have so many horses in Star Stable, but as always, I feel like people are like, oh, I don't have favorites, but you totally have favorites. I don't know. So today I kind of wanted to share that with you guys because yes, I buy a lot of horses and I would 100% not buy this many horses if I was just playing this game alone, because creating content is something that makes me really happy, and buying horses is just, you know, a really good way of, you know, making videos because people enjoy that. I don't really know. Anyways, so yeah, that's just kind of where this idea came from. I just wanted to kind of show you guys some horses which mean a lot to me. A lot of people ask me what my favorite horses are, and I could show you so many more horses than what is in this stable today, but I decided to limit myself to just the amount of space in the home stable. And these horses aren't necessarily my favorite based off of looks, but like the stories that they have behind their names and things like that. Anyways, we'll get to it. Before we get started though, this shadow is more terrifying than like the actual Halloween update in this game. Like the shadow of Maya. Anyways, let's get started with the first horse, which is Autumn Whisper. Now, this one is my starter horse. Iconic. He is very iconic to me. His name is Autumn for short. Technically, this isn't actually what Autumn Whisper looked like when I made my account. I changed it when we got the feature to be able to change our starter horse. I didn't quite like the brown body that I had chosen, so I did change it slightly. I wonder, I might be able to show you guys what it used to look like. Let's hope that I don't accidentally actually change my horse's starter coat and waste 300 star coins. That would not be fun. His coat was this one. I'm pretty sure this was his coat beforehand. In a way, I was very hesitant to change his starter coat because... oh, where is he? Is he at the start? Yeah. I was very hesitant to change his starter coat because obviously starter horses are very special to me and things like that. But I decided that, you know, I didn't want to have a starter horse that I didn't fully like than to keep it. So I just changed it ever so slightly, but his name was always Autumn Whisper. The next horse here is a Bumble Pop. Now, I personally really like the nab shoppers and I really like this coat color, even though a lot of people don't like this coat color, but that's fine. We all like and dislike our own things, and you shouldn't hold that against other people, you know. I'm allowed to like what I'm allowed to like. But the reason that I find this horse kind of iconic to me is because his name is actually Bottomley Potts. If you don't know what that is, it's from a book slash TV thing. I'm pretty sure it originated as a book. I definitely read books of it. I'm not sure if I watched too many shows. I'm pretty sure it was just a book when I was a little girl. But from Harry McClary, the dog book, and you know, that book is just really special to me. I used to be a big dog person when I was like from like, I don't really know, maybe like 3 years to 5 years or something before I became a horse person. And now like I don't have a preference of dogs over cats. I love all animals. But yeah, I just have fond memories of Harry McClary and my childhood and reading dog books and like, you know, my parents reading them to me. So yeah, the fact that this horse is named after a character from Harry McClary is just special to me. Let's move around here to Caramel Fruit. Some of these horses are newer horses. Like, once again, this horse isn't particularly special. It's the name where it comes from. So this horse's nickname is Cameron Fry, and it's from the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And a lot of you guys might know this. I think it was made in the 1990s. I'm not too sure, but a lot of you guys might. Let me know in the comments if you do know this movie and you have watched it before without start looking it up after this video. As a film student, you know, I'm a film student, I study film and TV, I live and breathe film and TV, if you can't tell by, you know, the fact that I make videos every single day for YouTube. But my film teacher from high school, I met her in grade 8, I think. In Australia, high school goes from grade 7 to grade 12. We don't have any middle school or anything. But I joined a film club and things like that. And she really liked Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I do really miss my film teacher. So this horse is special in that way to me. If you guys want to make any like fan art, then maybe consider using these horses, because I love seeing your fan art. It literally blows me away. I do want to make a new fan art wall. But my lease is up in less than 6 months now. Maybe like exactly 6 months. And I'm not too sure if I'm going to move out. And I'm very scared of losing my security bond. So we'll see if I end up actually doing it. But I do save all of your fan art to hopefully one day have a massive fan art wall. Because it like makes me feel so special. And I don't know how I got here. Anyways, let's move on. And now this horse here is Silverkiss Lusitano. Back in, I'd probably say about 2018, 2019. I can't remember when the Lusitanos came out. But the Lusitano was my absolute favorite horse breed. Probably not so now. I find I don't like all of the colors and I find them a little bit stiffer than I'd like. I'm not too sure. But this horse is called Silverkiss and I named him after a horse that I used to ride when I was younger called Silver. I don't ride regularly, but when I was younger we went maybe about once a year, maybe once or twice a year. Look, I can't remember the specifics. When you're younger, time doesn't really exist, so I can't really remember what times I did go. Anyways, at this barn there was a horse called Silver. He wasn't a Lusitano, but he was dapple gray. I asked my mom to see if she had any pictures of me riding when I was younger, but she didn't seem to think that she did, which, you know, I came from a generation, I'm kind of old, and we didn't really have like phones with cameras and things like that when we were younger. So my parents, like, they didn't really take many pictures of us, so yeah, I'm not sure, but this horse is named after Silver. I'm gonna have a video coming out on Tuesday. It's a training rambles and it's all about my in real life horse riding experiences. So I'll tell you guys a little bit more about Silver from the first time that I cantered to the last time I rode a horse that tune into that one and maybe my future of in real life horse riding as well. Let's move on to Crazy Ace, and his nickname is Bo. Now, I bought this horse when I had just joined a pony club. Now, I wasn't a really big fan of ponies until I joined this pony club. I can't remember what exactly it was called, but I remember the outfit like it was yesterday. I might have spoken about it in the video, but I don't think I ever actually mentioned what club it was. But I decided to buy a new pony for the pony club because at the time I only had old model ponies and I wanted to buy one of the newer ones, and I love these ones. I love how like chunky they are. It's actually adorable. Oh, I've just been locked inside. So yeah, this horse just reminds me of that club, and I think I was in about 2 or 3 clubs around that time, but it was of like in that like year period maybe, but it was around like the same type of people, like they disbanded and I just followed them to the next club. But I wouldn't ever say that I really made strong friends with them, and I don't even know if they'd remember me being in the club. But anyways, let's move on to this horse here. Now this is Crimson Kiss, aka CK. Her name, I'm not too sure what gender this horse is. CK's nickname was originally Honey, but in that video a lot of people were like, that's not that horse's nickname. Sometimes I change my horse's nicknames after I film the video because I'm not vibing with it, which is why I also make the all my horses videos, so you guys can get to know my horses as well, because I do change the names and sometimes I forget to tell you guys and things like that. So yeah, this is CK, and the reason that he is here is because I made a video buying him and it was like stepping out of my comfort zone. I don't recommend watching the video. It was like made in like 2019 and I didn't have the best microphone and things like that, but it was like stepping out of my comfort zone. And I would say even now, but at the time it was even worse. Like I really struggled to like actually buy horses, which sounds weird, but I just felt bad about buying horses, especially if they weren't new horses. So, and I do this now as well, like I just want you guys to know that you do not have to buy the newest horses. If you still like the Clydesdales, even though they're a couple of years old, I can't remember when they first came out, go ahead and buy them anyways. Like it doesn't even matter. It's your star coins. You have to be happy with your horses no matter what anyone else says. Even if it's a generation 1 horse, you will see me riding around on my old model horses as well because I love them so much. So yeah, this horse just like reminds me of that time. You know, I probably had about 200 subscribers at the time. I had 200 subscribers for about like 4 years of my life. I fluctuated from like 210 to like 190 and I was struggling to break it, but then 2020 rolled around and you guys literally changed my life. So yeah, I don't know, this horse was my first Clydesdale. Has a lot of memories. Let's move on to Dark Dreamer, aka Teddy, the first open house that I did on YouTube, things like that. And one of the reasons that I did, well, he's just one of my favorite horses. I love the contrast between his mane and the Andalusians are just so pretty. But I remember buying this horse and I couldn't remember the word juxtaposition because I wanted to name this horse Dark Dreamer because he looked kind of like dark, you know, his eyes and things like that. He looks like he's wearing eyeliner. I don't know. But then I wanted to name him something Teddy, and to me Dark Dreamer or Teddy was just a juxtaposition. But I remember I sat there for a couple of minutes and I was like, what is this word? And I tried Googling it and I couldn't find out how to like what juxtaposition was. So I literally got up and I went out to my parents in the living room and I was like, what's the word when there's 2 words and they like are the opposite of each other? And juxtapositions. So I don't know, I just remember buying this horse really clearly in my mind, and it reminds me of making videos at home and things like that. And obviously I've been living out of home for about 6 months now, and I moved out when I was 17, so I was pretty young compared to a lot of people moving out and things like that. And I moved a lot further away than I think a lot of people would, especially in Australia, I suppose. Anyways, I moved somewhere where I don't know anyone, so little memories of like my family. They're very special to me. Let's move on to Everlight or Everly. Now, this horse is a quarter horse, and I do love the quarter horses, but once again, I don't really like this horse for it being this horse. It's because this was made in 2020 Halloween, which was just an insane time. Like 2020 Halloween peaked. 2021 was alright, but I don't think it was as good because there was a massive jump in difference between 2019 to 2020 Halloween in my opinion. Whereas the 2020 to 2021 was still really good, but it wasn't as big of a jump that it didn't feel as like overwhelming and wow factor, even though it was still really good and we had like the same things from 2020. But the other thing was that in 2020 Halloween, you know, as it happens when you're working with technology, a bug slipped into the game where a lot of people actually couldn't play the game properly. So I was one of the only YouTubers to actually upload a video on the Halloween horses that night. I'm not too sure, but it ended up getting like over 10,000 views when I woke up in the morning, and I had never gone to bed and woken up and like just gone to go read the comments and have seen that my video had hit 10,000 views overnight. So it was just really insane, and I really don't want to promote like numbers being a thing. Numbers should not reflect how you're worth in the world and things like that. But I don't know, I just really remember waking up to that and being like, wow, people want to watch videos that I make, that I love making, and it's just such a cool feeling that I can entertain people because I like making videos and things like that. Let's move on to Fox Pop. Now, once again, I really like the curly horses. I know a lot of people don't, but Fox Pop's name is actually Fantastic Mr. Fox, and once again, I just really like Fantastic Mr. Fox. I didn't watch it as like a kid or anything, or maybe I did, I can't quite remember, but I don't know, I just really like the name Fantastic Mr. Fox. This horse was bought on one of the first wheel spin videos that I did, and if you guys don't know, wheel spins in 2020 were peak. Wheel spins in 2020 were immaculate. Wheel spin interest has gone down quite a bit, so we got to find something else to do, but wheel spins in 2020, they were pretty cool. So Fox Pop or Fantastic Mr. Fox is very special to me. How many are we, like halfway there? I can't really tell. Next up we have Ginger Snap or Chester. The reason that I kind of chose this horse, there's a lot of chestnut horses here. I think I like chestnut horses more than I thought I did, but Chester, is the name of one of my cousins. He's like a step cousin, I'm not too sure. But anyways, I really like the thoroughbreds, and I never really spent a lot of time with this cousin. I don't even know what he's doing right now or anything about him, but something about, you know, having that sort of connection name to like real life just makes him feel special to me. Let's move on to Orange Boy. Now, Orange Boy is a new addition to the family, but I feel like, you know, you guys really loved him. And Orange Boy is the one and only Westphalian in the game, so I feel like he's special just in that own regard anyways. So you guys are like, we need Orange Boy merch and everything, so maybe I'll get someone to draw Orange Boy for us so we can put him on a shirt and get some Orange Boy, I was about to say propaganda, but maybe just merch, just love for the one and only Westphalian. I'm really hoping Star Stable has not forgotten about them and do want to do the Westphalian soon. Like, why remove this horse if you're not going to replace it? But at the same time, I know they're just removing Generation 1 horses anyways. But yeah, Orange Boy is iconic. We have to love Orange Boy because he's literally one of a kind. Bro, how have I never noticed that there's a little door up there to a hayloft? I am so dumb, but I've only just realized that. Okay, cool. This video is going so much longer than I expected. This is a very chatty video, by the way. I don't know if you guys are gonna like it, but you guys did like the horses that I don't ride as often as I should video. I don't know. It was just pulling out horses, which I haven't ridden in a long time, but I love. Anyways, this is Lucky Charm, a Mustang. We need a Mustang update, but we need a lot of horses update, and we do have to be patient because obviously they can't just release all these updated horses at once. But the reason that I chose this one was because at the time I was struggling a lot with technological difficulties. My laptops kept having CPU errors and I hadn't played Star Stable in so long. All I could do was look at the news page and be like, oh my gosh, there's so much good stuff, and watch YouTube videos, and I couldn't even make my own YouTube videos, and that really made me sad because I loved making YouTube videos. But my dad lent me his laptop, and this was the first time I had ever played on a laptop which worked so smoothly. Like, I always had tons of lag, but my dad's laptop, peak. And also, this was my first time playing with shadows, if you guys didn't know. Up until I played on my dad's laptop, like shadows, I hadn't even... Bro, why did that destroy my... It just black screened on my OBS. But this is what the game, like, look like, and I hadn't played with shadows before. Shadows had come out when my computer had some black screen some technical difficulties. So first time playing with shadows, first time playing on like 60 frames per second. It was immaculate. And I also got to make a video, which was really cool. Let's move on to North Star. North Star is a very old model. He's probably crusty. I do respect that he kind of looks more like a model horse than an actual horse that Star Stable makes now, but I bought this horse with my best friend at the time. We stopped really being friends in grade 7 when we went to high school, which, you know, just kind of happens, and we made our own way and made our own new friends and stuff. But yeah, North Star is just, you know, she was in a lot of videos at the time and things like that, so North Star's just here because he has a bit of a story, and it was the start of a star coin saving competition between me and this friend because we both kind of were bad at saving star coins. And I ended up winning that. She ended up buying something the next week, whereas I ended up saving up to buy another horse, I think. So yeah, it used to be a lot harder for me to save up star coins, but now it's kind of easy because I just don't really have an interest to impulse buy anything. It's always planned out, I suppose, which is just something, I don't know, I feel like I got more money responsibility, I don't know the right word, as I got older. Let's move on to Onyx Eye, or Ollie the quarter horse. The reason he is here is because he is from the roleplay series, which you guys do like roleplays. I do like roleplays as well, but I just find it's very time consuming to film roleplay videos. I really wish there was a camera mode in this game to help me get nicer shots rather than pulling out my laptop and working with 2 accounts and everything. I also really struggle to write stories and things like that to make into the roleplay videos because I don't have like a ton of in real life experience, especially riding on quarter horses such as Ollie here. Roleplays are kind of cool, and I feel like my roleplay series really doesn't have that much of a storyline to it. But I don't know, we'll see if it continues or not. I definitely don't have anything in the works. Next up, we have one of the Icelandic horses called Sharky, and this horse is here because collaborations are very close to me, you know. I really like working with other content creators and stuff, and I worked with Star Stable Online United, and we bought each other Icelandic horses, so Sharky is here because of that. Next up, we have Bumble Pop, or Trifo, after the fear Triphobia, which sometimes I do get a bit of it, you know, it gives me like shivers up the spine and it hurts my head a bit, but I don't really get it from this horse a ton. Anyways, this horse is here because in 2020 I joined a club called the Dandelions, and they, you know, I met a lot of cool people. I met Georgia in the Dandelions. Georgia's like literally the only person that I speak to in the Dandelions, and she's not even in the Dandelions anymore. But regardless whether I've long left that club now, I left the club probably end of 2020, you know. The people that were there when I joined, they ended up leaving at end of 2020, like probably October, November 2020, and ever since then it just wasn't the same. I got a lot busier, so I didn't even come to club events in the last few months, but nevertheless, this horse is special to me because I met Georgia. Next up, we have Walrus Hunter, or Wally. I'm not too sure if I like the nickname for this horse, but you know what, it's cute. I do like Wall-E the film. But this horse was the first Christmas that I got to film for YouTube, and it was also the biggest month that I have ever had in terms of YouTube history. We got almost 1 million views in just 1 month alone, which I have not come kind of even close to since then. And we also gained like 5,000 subscribers and things like that in 1 month, which is just insane. And I think it came down to the fact that I was doing the gift videos, and since then other people have ended up doing gift videos as well and things like that, so it wasn't really my thing anymore. So obviously, you know, in the next December I didn't get quite as many views. I was also on holidays and in the middle of moving out of home, so I didn't get to make as many videos, but maybe this December we'll get 1 million views this December. I don't know, we'll have to see. But yeah, I just really like this magic horse as well, and it just reminds me of that time. And now on to our final horse. I've been filming for 24 minutes, I'm so sorry. This is Luna, or I like to call her Lady Luna because she is very special. This horse was kind of dubbed my horse by you guys. I don't know why. I think it's because the video buying Luna kind of was like one of the first videos that kind of not blew up. It definitely did not blow up in terms of videos nowadays, but a lot of my viewers from January, February, March, April, maybe like May of 2020 found me through my quarter horse videos, because that was when I got my new microphone and I started making update videos and things started to take off, which was just so insane because I've been working on this channel since 2014, but inconsistently. But in 2020, like, I put my mind to it, like I really put my heart into it, and it paid off. It was insane. So you guys kind of dubbed her mine because in like fan art at the time you guys would just draw Luna, because at the time I did not have 267 horses. I probably had, I'm not too sure, but I rode Luna a lot because I loved her and she was the horse I was training. Anyways, you guys kind of dubbed her mine, and I do love a good flea-bitten horse. Flea-bitten horses is just really pretty. Anyways, I've been talking for way too long and I feel very sorry about that. I'm very sorry that I've been talking for so long. Once again, shadow on the ground here is just so creepy. It disappears when you're over here, but it appears when you're over here. Anyways, let me know if you know any of the videos that these horses came from, whether you knew that some of these horses were so like special to me, I suppose. Do you guys have any iconic horses? Let me know in the comments below. Once again, if you do feel like drawing some fan art, then tag me on Instagram, or you can email contactjustanotherpixel@gmail.com. I don't often get to respond to you guys because I have a very, very busy life, but I love seeing your art. Literally, you guys are so talented. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I've had an awesome day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye!